Hey guys, thanks for coming back. I just saw The Family starring Robert De Niro, Tommy Lee Jones, and of course, Michelle Pfeiffer. Wow.
With a K review!
It's VIC?
No, it's with a K.
Oh.
So a few months ago, I started seeing posters and trailers for this movie, and I really thought this was going to be like a typical De Niro movie. You know, it was produced by Martin Scorsese, it had to do with the gangster, and I really thought, just forget about it. Yeah, just forget about it. That was really good. Thank you. But this movie actually turned out to be something a little bit different than what I expected it was going to be. The movie starts out with the Blake family moving into a new house in Normandy, France, because the father ratted on the mob and now he's part of the witness relocation program. And it's really kind of weird when everything starts out because they don't give really any explanation for like the first 30 minutes of the movie of who this family is and why they are going into hiding. Actually, it also takes like 45 minutes for Tommy Lee Jones to actually come into the movie and to explain they've been hiding for 6 years. And not to knock Tommy Lee Jones at all with his great acting ability. I really do like him as an actor, but really when he starts in this movie, he kind of phones it in a little bit at the beginning. Just a little bit. Now this movie is directed by Luc Besson. He's one of my most favorite directors. He directed movies like The Professional, and he also directed the movie that is my #1 most favorite movie of all time, The Fifth Element, with Mila Jovovich and I think some guy named Bruce Willis. So in this mob movie, I was expecting De Niro to kind of do his usual mob role, you know, beat somebody with a baseball bat like Joe Pesci does, and he does, a lot. But there was also something else that really caught my eye in this movie. And what it was the family in this movie. Each of the characters has like plots and subplots to each of their characters, and that was a good thing, but it was also kind of a problem in the movie. It just seemed like there were so many problems being dealt with by the family that it seemed to gloss over the fact of the family trying to come together and trying to overcome their problems together. Now don't get me wrong, there were some really good family moments in this movie, but I really thought there could have been a couple ways this movie could have helped itself move along a little bit faster and brought everybody together. Tommy Lee Jones, for one, he should have been in the movie like right at the beginning, and he really should have been allowed to carry this movie through as the agent in charge of the family. But what really could have made this movie like an excellent movie would have been the daughter and how she was really trying to be a normal person and trying to leave that whole mob mentality behind her and actually go to school. And I don't really understand why the movie didn't focus on that, because when it did, it was really good. They really could have just taken out the brother entirely or just taken down his, school thing about 83% and had a better movie. Also, during the entire movie, I was really sure that I had seen the daughter before in something else, and then I remembered. She played a character on Glee called Quinn. I watched the first season, 6 episodes, with my mother. No? Okay, I'll go kill myself. So in the end, I actually did enjoy this movie. Even though there were a lot of problems with it, I actually enjoyed watching all these characters and watching them all interact. I really do feel that this movie really could have thinned itself out just a little bit more, and I was originally going to give it a 2K review. But then I decided that the daughter in this movie, she did such a good job, I'm actually going to bump it up 0.5 and give it a 2.5K review. Don't go see this one in theaters. I would say definitely rent this one at any price, and when it comes up on streaming, hey, I've put it up in the top of 25. That was even worse. Alright. And thanks guys for watching my show. I really do appreciate all the viewers and subscribers that I do have. Make sure to click over here on the posters if you want to see any of my past reviews. You know what? I want to ask you guys a question. Do you really think there's been any really good mobster movies that have come out in the past 5 years? Or is everything just kind of being redone over and over again? Make sure to CYK, click your keys, and tell me below. And remember, never forget, if you don't like what you're watching, you can always turn it off.